This health and safety video has been created to ensure all employees, visitors and contractors at JWS Waste and Recycling Services Limited understand the site safety rules which are expected to be followed at all times whilst on site. JWS Waste and Recycling operates a 3-acre materials recycling facility in Salford, providing a cradle-to-grave recycling service, offering customers complete waste management through transport, collection, recycling and disposal of waste, with our greatest achievement being a 98% landfill waste diversion rate. JWS operates a fleet of over 30 vehicles ranging from skips, roll and off, trade and Arctics. We collect a variety of mixed waste types such as wood, hardcore, soils, mixed waste, plasterboard, plastic, paper and card and many more. This material is processed through our materials recycling facility, where the material is segregated and separated through a number of mechanical and manual operations. This produces a clean recyclate, ready for further processing into a non-waste products such as aggregate for roads and wood chip for furniture. JWS is a busy site with a lot of heavy plant and vehicle movement on site. Therefore, it is important that all site safety rules are adhered to at all times, and the highest standard of health and safety is practiced, ensuring that you stick to walkways on site that are protected with a yellow barrier, and making yourself aware of the safety signs and instructions around site is important in ensuring your safety. Please do not walk down the middle of the yard or into the MRF shed, and always make yourself familiar with the authorised pedestrian routes on site highlighted on the JWS site plan. Visitors must always be accompanied by a supervisor or guide at all times. The JWS site is a PPE controlled site. Mandatory PPE to be worn at all times on site is hard hat, safety glasses, orange high visibility vest and safety boots. Additional PPE may be required depending on the job you are undertaking and the area you're working in on site. Safety glasses must be worn at all times past the materials recycling facility and inside the materials recycling building. The use of mobile phones around site is prohibited unless you are in a stationary position in a safe place on site behind a walkway. The use of alcohol and drugs on site is strictly prohibited, and anyone found to be working under the influence of alcohol or drugs will immediately be asked to leave site. JWS enforces a no smoking policy across the whole site. This includes the use of electronic cigarettes. Smoking is also prohibited in vehicles and machines. A designated smoking area has been made available in the front car park. Please ensure this area is kept clean and tidy at all times, and cigarette ends are placed in the cigarette bin provided. Should a fire occur on site, you will hear the continuous ringing of a siren. You must immediately make your way to the muster point in front of the JWS car park. Before entering site, please make yourself aware of who your area fire marshal is. Names and pictures of your fire marshals are located in the JWS weighbridge. Your fire marshal will ensure you are accounted for at the muster point. Do not re-enter any building or the JWS site unless instructed to do so by an authorised employee, and leave all your belongings behind. Should you realise any personnel is missing, please inform the fire marshal. If you encounter a fire, please do not attempt to fight the fire unless you have received the correct fire marshal training by JWS. Please activate your nearest call point and make your way to the muster point immediately. Should you have an accident on site, no matter how minor, you must report this to a member of staff immediately. JWS have first aid spots located in a number of areas around site containing first aid kits. JWS also have a number of trained first aiders working around site who will administer first aid if required and record the accident in the accident book. Names and pictures of trained JWS first aiders can be located in the JWS weighbridge. As JWS is a waste facility, it is extremely important that good standards of hygiene are practiced at all times. Please wash your hands before eating, drinking and smoking using the hygiene centre located in the welfare facilities. These facilities also contain showers should you wish to shower when finishing work, reducing the spread of infection and disease such as Wheels disease. Taking items out of the waste at JWS is strictly prohibited and treated as theft. Removing items such as electrical items from the waste can increase the spread of disease and prevent a safety risk such as fire. The item is in the waste for a reason, no matter how safe it looks, therefore it must not be removed. Please be aware of the use of chemicals being used around site. Do not use any chemical products without first seeking a COSH assessment from the compliance department. All chemicals should be stored and locked away in a secure, cool, dry place. Always ensure you wear gloves when dealing with any chemicals on site. When using electrical items and tools around site, you must ensure that the item is fully pat tested, safe and free from defects. Spill kits are located around site. If you discover a spillage, or a spillage occurs as a result of your activities, please ensure you use the spill kits to treat the area immediately. Do not ignore spills on site. Failure to treat a spill can result in slips, trips and falls. Please ensure you are aware of your surroundings and footings at all times. Walkways are swept clear daily, however waste may blow into walkways, so it is important you are extra vigilant when walking around site. Please ensure trailing cables are made safe and any potential hazards are clearly identified and cordoned off if necessary. Do not climb into the waste and avoid walking inside the MRF shed where it is not necessary to do so as part of your activities. Always ensure equipment and tools are cleared away and all areas are kept clean and free from debris. JWS have a forklift truck on site to aid in handling of large heavy objects. However, this cannot be used unless the operator has a full licensed operator certificate and authorization has been given by JWS to operate the machine. Do not attempt to pick up large heavy objects without assistance, and if required, ask for the assistance of the forklift truck. When picking up objects, always ensure to bend your knees and keep your back straight. If the object feels too heavy, do not attempt to lift it. JWS operates a no ladder policy on site. Under no circumstances must any ladder be used at any time other than the blue safety A-frame ladder with handrails. A cherry picker can be made available with the assistance of a trained operator to assist with any work at height activities. All work at height equipment must be inspected for defects by the operator prior to use. Never use any equipment that is damaged. Health and safety is the responsibility for each individual on site. Therefore, it is important that if you witness a near miss, that it is reported immediately to ensure that an accident does not occur. Please ask a member of JWS staff for a near miss form if you do witness a near miss or potential near miss or accident. Complete the form with as much information as possible and hand it to the compliance department for review. Your near miss report today could save a life tomorrow. JWS expects all visitors, employees and contractors to behave in a professional and safe manner. Joking around, playing pranks and behaving in a disorderly manner will not be tolerated on site, along with the use of foul language. Anyone found to be behaving in such a way will be removed from site immediately. Please respect your colleagues, visitors and our neighbours. All staff are required to clock in and out using the clock card at the start and end of their day. The clock card machine is located in the JWS weighbridge on the wall. Visitors and contractors are required to sign in at the weighbridge. JWS want to ensure that everyone who visits and works at JWS goes home each day with 10 fingers and 10 toes. It is important that we all work together to make JWS a safe environment to work in. If you have any questions or concerns about health and safety on site, our dedicated compliance department will be more than happy to assist. This video has covered some of the important safety information relevant to any person either working at or visiting JWS. The next part of this safety induction video will take you through to the safety instructions relevant to your role at JWS Waste and Recycling Services Limited. As a contractor working on the JWS site, you must ensure that you work as safely as possible and be extra vigilant at all times. Before commencing work at JWS, all contractors must ensure they have been fully inducted, completed the contractor questionnaire, and provided risk assessments, method statements, and any training certificates relevant to the job you are undertaking, and provided valid public and employee liability insurance. All safety information must be fully read and understood and signed by the contractor. Contractors will not be allowed to begin working on the JWS site until all this documentation has been received. Contractors must not subcontract work out to other companies without prior written consent from JWS. All subcontractors are subject to the JWS induction. There are a number of areas you may work in as a contractor which may increase the risk of an accident occurring. Therefore, please ensure that you always let a member of staff know where you are at all times. Do not wander around, and please stick to your designated work areas. All contractors must present themselves at the weighbridge before commencing work on site, and sign in the contractor sign-in file. The weighbridge operator will check you have a valid, up-to-date induction in place, and a badge will be handed to you to hang round your neck, which will illustrate to employees on site that you have been fully inducted, and that you are authorised to work on the JWS site. Please place this badge in your pocket if you're undertaking manual duties on site to prevent it from getting caught in plant and machinery. All contractors must sign out when leaving site and hand back their badge to the weighbridge. Failure to sign in and out may result in a contractor being removed from site. Contractors must ensure that any tools they are using on site to complete their duties are safe, pack tested, and have undergone a defect check. Contractors are not permitted to use tools and power tools that are property of JWS. In the event of a contractor requiring the use of a piece of machinery, such as the cherry picker, evidence of training must be provided. Additionally, the contractor must complete a daily defect check on the machine before operation and return the form to the compliance department. Under no circumstances must a machine be used that you believe to be defected. Permits to work are required to be completed for work at height, confined spaces, hot works, and electrical works. If any of these activities are going to be carried out on site, please ensure that a permit to work is completed prior. Permit to work sheets can be found in the contractor sign-in file in the weighbridge and must be authorised by a manager before works are undertaken. Never put yourself in danger on site. Always ensure that your presence is known to everyone working in the area, and if something feels unsafe, stop what you are doing and report it to the weighbridge immediately. Please now complete the JWS Health and Safety Questionnaire in order to commence work on site. Thank you for watching the JWS Health and Safety Induction video. If you have any questions, please raise them with the person responsible for arranging this induction video for you.